Look up at a perfectly dark sky with your naked eye. Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn. You can spot them all if the timing is right, every single one of them, except one. There is an eighth planet out there that has never once been seen without a telescope. A world so distant, so dim, and so perfectly blue that it feels more like a myth than reality, Neptune. The only planet in our solar system discovered by mathematics before anyone ever laid eyes on it. A place of supersonic winds, diamond rain, and a moon that shouldn't even belong to it. Stay with me for the next 7 minutes, and I'll show you why Neptune is the most mysterious, most violent, and by a very long way the least explored world we have. Some of what you're about to hear still keeps planetary scientists awake at night. Let's go back to 1846. Uranus, the seventh planet, was misbehaving. It refused to follow the neat orbital path Newton's laws demanded. Something invisible was tugging at it. A young French mathematician named Urbain Le Verrier sat down with nothing more than pen, paper, and gravity and predicted that an eighth planet had to exist at an exact spot in the sky. On the very first night astronomers pointed a telescope where he said it would be, they found a tiny blue dot within an hour of searching. Neptune wasn't discovered by accident. It was calculated into existence. That single event proved for the first time that human minds could find entire worlds without ever seeing them. Fast forward to today. Neptune still sits 4.5 billion kilometers away, 30 times farther from the Sun than Earth. The Sun up there looks like a bright star, not a life-giving disk. A daylight sky on Neptune is darker than a full moon night on Earth, and it takes 165 years for the planet to feel one full orbit, one single Neptunian year. We have literally watched only one of them since we found the place. Only one spacecraft has ever visited, Voyager 2 in 1989, riding a gravitational slingshot alignment that happens once every 175 years. When it arrived, the images that came back broke every expectation. A deep sapphire globe laced with racing white clouds. Wind screaming at 2,400 kilometers an hour, the fastest ever measured on any planet strong enough to be almost supersonic, even though Neptune gets almost no heat from the Sun. And storms the size of Earth itself. The Great Dark Spot, a swirling hurricane that could swallow our planet whole, spinning backwards against the planet's rotation. Those storms don't last. Hubble has watched them appear and vanish like ghosts. One formed, raged for years, then dissolved into nothing. Another took its place. Neptune is a world that refuses to stay still long enough for us to understand it. And here's the strangest part, it shouldn't be this wild. Uranus, its near twin, is calm, almost sleepy, with wind speeds a third as fast. The difference? Neptune is still cooking from the inside. It radiates more heat than it receives from the sun heat left over from its birth or maybe from some ancient cataclysm we can't see. That hidden furnace powers the chaos above. Beneath the clouds lies something even more alien. Pressures so extreme that methane gets crushed into carbon, and scientists seriously talk about oceans of liquid diamond with floating diamond-bergs and diamond hail raining upward through a sea of exotic ice. We're not making this up. Laboratories on Earth have finally begun to recreate those hellish conditions. And diamonds really do form. Tilted, twisted magnetic fields whip around the planet at 47 degrees to its spin, generating faint auroras that glow not at the poles but across the mid-latitudes, ghostly curtains only the James Webb Space Telescope has ever photographed. Then there are the rings, dark, dusty, almost invisible, threaded with strange bright arcs that have stayed mysteriously clumped together for 40 years. No one knows why. But the real star of the Neptunian system isn't the planet itself, it's Triton. Triton is a world that does not belong. It orbits backwards retrograde against the spin of Neptune, the only large moon in the entire solar system to do so. That can mean only one thing. Neptune stole it. Long ago, a dwarf planet roughly the size of Pluto wandered too close. Neptune's gravity ripped it from its own companion, probably in a violent breakup like Pluto and Charon once suffered, and locked it into orbit. Triton is bigger than Pluto, covered in nitrogen ice so pure it reflects sunlight like fresh snow, streaked with burnt orange scars of organic chemicals cooked by cosmic rays. Its surface is one of the youngest in the solar system, barely pockmarked by craters because it is alive. Cryovolcanoes spew water and ammonia dozens of kilometers high. Dark plumes drift for hundreds of kilometers in a wind you can actually see, painting black streaks across pinkish ice. Beneath that frozen crust, Radioactive heat from a rocky core may keep a dark ocean liquid, another hidden sea in our solar system where alien chemistry might just be possible. Neptune guards its secrets well. Only one probe has ever flown past, and none are currently scheduled to return. NASA's budget is stretched thin, but across the Pacific, Chinese scientists have quietly begun designing a mission that could launch as early as 2033 an orbiter, maybe even a lander for Triton. If it happens, we will finally get more than a fleeting glimpse. Until then, Neptune remains the final frontier inside our own planetary backyard. A deep blue enigma wrapped in supersonic winds, crowned by a stolen moon and hiding oceans of diamond beneath its clouds. Out there, at the edge of the sun's kingdom, something extraordinary is still waiting. And every time we look a little closer, the mystery only deepens.